My friend Ted and his family, they're all Greek. One year I walk in the back, there's like old Greek men. So it's like one guy's like, no, try my knife. And he's like, no, try my knife. And it looks like they're having a knife fight. And my friend Ted's like, nah, don't worry about it. They're just arguing over which knife to use. So Chef Kris at Terrine, for this dish today, you're kind of taking us not just to the south of France, but maybe even in North Africa a little bit.
Exactly. We're going to do a roasted rack of lamb with a bright summery salad. It's going to be cucumbers, mint, and then we're going to glaze the lamb with harissa and finish with some pomegranate seeds.
Lamb is one of my absolute favorite things to eat.
Me too.
Like, period. So how do you get started with like this particular dish?
Well, the dish itself is pretty simple. It's just about getting kind of all of our ducks in a row. So we've got the lamb. We're gonna season it now, but I generally like to season the lamb and let it sit for about 4 or 5 hours.
Don't be afraid of salt.
No, the salt's gonna be really important to bring out the full flavor of the lamb. And this still won't be salty when it's done. It'll just be that pleasantly seasoned meat.
So you get your pan pretty ripping hot there.
Yep, I wanna get a nice, really nice sear on it. I want the fat side to go down first. It's gonna release some of the lamb fat flavor into my oil. So then as I roast my meat, I'm cooking it in that kind of rendered lamb fat.
Nice.
Lamb improves its texture on the higher side of mid-rare. So it'll still be a beautiful pink, but I think that the texture will improve and it'll be a little less chewy, which is I think one of the things that sometimes people are off-put by lamb.
Okay, cool. So you kind of like lean it up against the side there.
Exactly.
And if you set off the smoke alarm at your home, you know you're doing it right.
Pretty much. Well, you know, and lamb is something that responds really well to grills too. So it tends to taste really good with a little bit of that flame licking on it.
My wife is usually like, she sees anything that's a little bit burnt, she's like, ugh. It's like, but sometimes you want it. Like, that's what you want, that little bit of crisp.
And with lamb, I think it works especially well.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've got it seared on all sides. We're gonna take a quick walk into our kitchen here. We're gonna put it right into an oven at about 350 degrees. And ideally, you wanna take it on the higher side of mid-rare. Looking good, here we go. All right.
So how long is that in the oven?
About 12 minutes.
So you're trying to get it to 138?
I'm gonna pull it about between 136 and 138. It's gonna come up a couple degrees as it rests.
Okay.
You wanna put it on a wire rack because you want the air circulation. If the meat is touching a plate or a piece of metal, it's trapping heat in and you run the risk of it kind of carrying over further than you were hoping for.
And then sometimes it can take that crisp away from the bottom too.
Exactly. So, nice and simple. I've got our cucumbers.
On a mandolin, just like straight down.
A little bit of texture, but I want them to kind of bend as I build the salad. I've got some fresh mint leaves.
Why does mint and lamb work so well together?
Just the age-old flavors, the brightness really goes with that kind of light gaminess that you get out of it.
It's like sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Nope, but you can reintroduce it into other wheels.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some of my pomegranate seeds, and then I'm gonna finish at the end with sumac yogurt. It's got kind of a lemony flavor.
A little bit almost Greek here when I'm thinking yogurt.
Again, it's right in that kind
of that pan-Mediterranean.
Exactly. Okay, one of the really cool things about this dish, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm not breaking my back doing this.
No, not too much.
Well, I wasn't breaking my back anyway. Let's be honest, I'm not doing shit here. Yeah, this is just super fresh, summery flavors right here.
Yeah. I've taken a little bit of flatbread, or you could use like a pita bread or whatever, diced it up, and we just did a little pan fry real quick, dusted it with some smoked paprika and salt.
So that's gonna give
a little
just
crunch and texture. These pomegranate seeds. Now we're gonna take this harissa. It's made with chilies, coriander, cumin, garlic, a little bit of vinegar, some paprika.
Give it a good slathering on the lamb here.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, we got 4 bones here. We're looking out for the chine bone on the back. There's one little bone there. And then from there, we're gonna go straight down, and then you got a really beautiful lamb. All right, and we'll plate it up right here. And then maybe just a little harissa to finish it off.
All right, chef, this is a beautiful dish. Let's get in there. All right, it's perfectly divided too. You're making me work for my food here.
Would you like me to cut your food for you?
Yes, please.
We've introduced some feta, so it's got some salty notes to it. Yeah. The lemony, slightly earthy flavor, the sumac.
I love the crunch of the pita. When you have the cucumber, it retains so much water. When you have that paired with this pita, which gives it almost a like wet and dry element. There's so many textures going on here. But the lamb still comes through all of these spices.
Yeah.
So what kind of like inspired just these flavor combos?
I was looking at something where I really wanted a bright, kind of fresh dish. Lamb and harissa are such good kind of accompaniments. What flavor profiles go with this harissa and the lamb? And that's where we get into this kind of cucumber, mint, kind of bright, fresh against the heat of the harissa and kind of the mild gaminess of the lamb.
The harissa kind of adds the bass note, and then like the treble is all the mint and pomegranate.
It's something that most home cooks with just a little bit of ambition can get done pretty quickly.
Probably not as well as you though, chef.
Well, you know.
That's why you have to keep coming to restaurants.
Please.
So first, not too crazy with the sauce. We just want to get that right in the center of the plate. And the fish can go right on top. And cilantro. We love cilantro.